Welcome back to the channel. This is Peter Wright. I am joined again with Russ Keller, and we are going to talk today about raising your credit score. This is something that you can do yourself, and this is something that you can do quickly, and this can be extremely impactful. Hey, Russ, how you doing?
I'm great. How about yourself, Peter?
Very good. All right, let's get into this because we've used this technique for a number of clients, and it really has worked well. We've seen increases of 30, 40, 50, 100 points, right?
Yes, I just had somebody the other day. It was 100 points.
That's crazy. Well,
in under 30 days.
So before we let in everybody about this little trick, this little secret, let's talk about credit utilization, because this is something that is tied to what we're going to talk about here. So first of all, what is credit utilization?
It's simply the percentage of your credit card or the percentage of your limit that you've used on your credit card.
So for example, if you had, and we'll keep the math really simple here, we'll talk in round numbers. If you have a credit card with a maximum balance of
$1,000,
$1,000.
And if you have $500 on it, that's a 50% utilization on that card. If you have $800 on it,
that would be 80%. That would be 80%. I can do that math. And if you have $300, you would be at 30%. What is the ideal number that people really should keep their credit card utilization number at?
Well, that is something that is often a mistake out there. I see it wrong on the internet all the time. And sorry, present company accepted. I see a lot of mortgage loan officers get this one wrong. The ideal number is 1% of the limit. So on the $1,000 limit, yes, I know that's $10. But let's think about this for a moment. What we're really looking to do is strategize that. Sorry for using that word, but before somebody goes to their mortgage loan officer to have their credit pulled, if they know that 1% is the magic number, where do you want to try to work your cards down to a few months before that? 1%.
Yep. Okay.
And it sounds a little bit extreme, but at 1%, magic happens. I've seen people pick up 30, 40, 50, and I just had one here recently, 100 points. That happens literally overnight.
So if you have a credit card and you are maxed out on that credit card, even if you're paying it on time, that's going to have a negative impact on your credit score because you are overutilized on that credit card. And that makes up 30% of your score, right? So that's a big number.
That's a big number. If you want to, this math probably isn't exact, but if you want to throw some numbers to it, you're between 350 and 850. That's 500 points. What's 30% of 500? 150. Could be as much as 150 points.
Yeah, crazy, crazy stuff. So if you want to boost your credit score literally overnight, and we'll talk about what overnight means here in just a minute, pay down your credit card to 1% of the available balance, right?
Available limit, yes.
And then your credit score will jump up significantly overnight. Okay, let's talk about what overnight means.
Overnight is when they report to the bureaus.
Okay, so it's not really overnight, but it could be pretty quick.
It can be very fast because they typically report to the bureaus every month.
Right.
So sometime in the next 30 days, it will change. If you'd like to know exactly when they're going to report, it's pretty simple. It's about 3 to 5 days after your statement date, not the due date. It's when the statement comes out, 3 to 5 days later. You want to know what those dates are? When is my statement date? When are you going to report to the bureaus? Give them a call. Call your credit card issuer. They'll tell you.
All right. So find out the statement date, wait about 3 to 5 days, and then re-pull your credit, and you should see that higher credit score.
Right. You want to give it, if you can ask them, okay, if my statement date is on the 15th, when will you report to the bureaus? They'll tell you when they're going to report. They're not keeping it a secret from you. They'll be happy to tell you.
Right. And if you've got 2 or 3 credit cards that are overutilized or maxed out, whatever phrase you want to call it, do this to all of them, right?
Yes, yes. Paying down credit cards is often talked about as being the single biggest item somebody can do themselves to improve their credit score.
Right. It doesn't cost any money other than the amount that you're paying the credit card down by, which you have to pay anyway.
Well, you owe that money anyhow. You charged it on there. So,
right. Yeah.
And I've had people literally overnight improve their score 50 to 100 points, some of them.
All right, so let's leave everybody with this. If you want a big boost to your credit score, look at your credit card statement, look at your available balance, pay that credit card down to 1% of that available balance, find out when the statement date is and when the credit card company will be reporting that to the bureau. Pull the credit a day or two after that, and you should see a nice increase on your credit score.
That's right.
Easy as that. We really appreciate you joining us on the show today. If you have any questions for us, if you have any topics that you would like us to cover, please leave it in the comments below. Put a like on this video, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, thanks, Russ. Great information. I really appreciate it.